Hi guys, welcome to this video. What I want to do today is do a little video on tripods and the best kind of way of setting up and using a tripod and things like that with efficiency and just setting them up really. Now, the majority of tripods that people use, this is secondary tripod. They have its light. It's got 3 connections down there at the bottom. It does have the removable pad at the top, like a quick release pad, which most tripods these days do come with. And that's using my old 3D camera. For this, as you can see on the bottom of here, there are 2 holes on it, and that corresponds with the 2 settings on here. Sorry, the focus has gone a bit off on there. This corresponds with the 2 settings on here. And I've seen people putting cameras on tripods and turning the camera. I say a lot of them are fitted with these things. I'll just put the camera down, but a lot of them are fitted with these quick release pads on them. And there's usually a lever on the head of the tripod. Somewhere this one's here, and you just pull it open. So you can see there it's fastened there, and you just pull it open, and this releases the head, you see, which comes out. Now, one of the things with the head of these is, one of the things with these is when people are screwing them on and they're trying to turn, it's difficult to get it lined up correctly. It's difficult to get it tight, especially when you have a little nodule on the front which lines up on most consumer cameras and video cameras. If you're using a stills camera, you might only have the one hole for the screw to go in which case, you can still use it as a rough guide. The dot that's in there, it's just like a spring-loaded dot. But the main thing is on the back of the quick release, there is usually a tab or something like that to make it easier to screw in. So you line up the front dot with the hole, and the screw with the screw, and then you can turn the screw there and tighten it, and thus keeping it straight in line with the camera. Do a slight adjustment to it, and then you can tighten it up and you can actually get it on pretty decently tight, and that way you know that you're shooting straight ahead. It easily clips on and off. You can leave this on all the time. It's on the camera. You can easily, put your camera on your hand with that in there. The only time it might cause an issue is if you put it on like a table or something, but it can actually help to give it a little bit of up tilt to the camera on a table if you're not using a small tripod. And again, fitting it to your actual tripod, slide in at the front and then pull out the tab at the back. So that is, I'll show you with my hand, is you slide it in and then you pull the tab and it falls into place. You push the tab back so it's secured on. That is now nice and tightly secured to the camera, and if you want to take it off, you just pull the catch, release and lift up, and away it comes. No more unscrewing, no more anything like that, just quick and easy. It's in, it's fastened, it's locked, and you're ready to go. Now, using a tripod, there's usually a few things on here that you have. So some tripods come with a little kind of, you know, like screw thing on here, and that allows you to tilt the head if you want to shoot to 90 degrees sideways, you know, for taking stills and things like that. But you can use it to kind of get yourself level to some degree if you're, you know, if you don't have the legs set properly. On the side here, there's usually a dial, and that adjusts how easily the head rotates. So if you're struggling with your head rotating, you tighten it up, you can lock your head in place and you slacken it off, and it allows the head to rotate smoothly and easily. There's the handle. The handle actually unscrews and screws in to tighten and slacken. That gives you your up and down motion, gives you your tilt. So you can line it up, you can tighten it up. Now this particular camera has a tripod, I should say, has a spirit level in it. And I'll just remove the camera for the sake of this, make it a little bit easier. I'll just put that down there. And the spirit level here is just set on the one axis. Okay, so it can give you it in one direction, but depending on how your legs are set up and everything else, it can it won't give you a full smooth thing. Now normally when people are doing it, you have a high-end tripod, the head is actually on like a ball and socket, and the spirit level is circular with the dot in the middle, and that way you can, no matter which way your legs are kind of tilted, slightly one slightly longer than the other or whatever, you can line up the head to get it nice and smooth if you're doing a panning shot. Now what I've found is one of the best ways to do that with, still with like a single spirit level, is if you actually align it with the leg that you're setting. So you know, you fasten it out. Let's say I'm adjusting this leg for height. If I align the spirit level so the head of my tripod is directly in line with it there, and I'm keeping my head, you know, locked here as square as I can, you know, so you want it kind of 90 degrees as best as possible. You line that up, and once you've got the spirit level, you spin it around until it's pointing away from the next leg, and you adjust the height of the next leg until you've got your spirit level, and then again you move on to the third and final leg of your tripod, line it up, get your tripod, get your spirit level, and that will give you a nice even shot. When you go around to your first one, you should be pretty much back on level. So if you need to do a pan shot, it's not going to suddenly creep down in the sky, disappear, and you're just shooting the land, or just going to end up with whole, you know, frame full of sky. Say you're doing a landscape panning shot, you get a nice pan around the horizon. Another thing that I would recommend as well is extending the legs out. Now when you're extending the legs, it can be, you know, a kind of like the design of them is that if you extend the lowest leg out and then you move up a leg, you know, it makes it easier. And if you're going to full height, then that's great. If you're just going to go up full height, brilliant. Do that, it's nice and quick and easy. You know, when you do the reverse, back leg, bring it in, next leg, bring it in, and then your final leg, bring it in. However, if you're doing, say, like a fairly low shot, you just want the camera down low, I would recommend taking the highest one first and bringing everything down for a single shot like that, because what this does is it keeps more of the weight lower down, and obviously the lower the weight is, the lower the centre of gravity, the more stable your tripod is going to be, so the better your shot is. Some tripods, this one doesn't have a hook underneath. The one that I'm actually shooting on now does have a hook underneath it. You can hang your camera bag on there, you can hang a weight on there, and that again will pull down. It's about reducing the centre of gravity to stop, you know, wobble and things like that, and movement happening within the tripod. But that's just my quick and easy guide. And also on the tripod you have this little screw here, which you can tighten, and a little handle in that can extend the centre column. Only use it if you absolutely have to, because it does introduce a lot of wobble into your shot, especially if there's a bit of wind around. I say once you've got it up, tighten it in place of where you want it and fold the arm back in again so that you don't inadvertently knock it and affect the shot. But that is pretty much everything that you need to know when you're using a tripod. Like I said, the quick release heads are absolutely brilliant and make attaching and detaching your camera so much easier, and you can leave it on all of the time. I mean, I do, mine's on pretty much all of the time. Do have two tripods, so I switch between them, and then again you're taking the bottom off, you're screwing it back on again, but you can actually screw it on easier and faster and tighter, so you know that the camera is securely fastened and is lined up in the correct plane for your shot. So yeah, that was just a quick guide rundown on how to use a tripod and get the most out of it, and you know, how to get smooth panning shots, smooth tilting shots, and you can adjust the tightness and lock it in place once you've in a locked off shot, or if you're intending on moving or panning or following the action, you can ease it off and you can adjust it to get the best level of movement for you, so it's not too quick and not too loose, otherwise you introduce a lot of judder into your shot and just get nice smooth shots. Right, well, thank you for watching. I hope this has helped you out, and I hope that you know, you can hopefully use your tripod a bit more efficiently, and hopefully it will help you get better shots. So enjoy your filming, and good luck out there.